Meetings and EBonoko Foundation. Let's put our hands together for Mr. Emmanuel Bonoko. Please, you may have your seats there. It's okay. So we're going to go quickly into this because they've, let me put it like this, spent 20 minutes out of our 1 hour already. And you all know, if you don't, 1 o'clock is the lunchtime, and we wouldn't want to keep you, away from that. So just briefly, so that the audience know who you are, Mr. Derrick, please introduce yourself.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Derrick Ndzavi. I'm the Certified Business Advisor and a coach with Institute of Business Advisors, South Africa. I run a business called New Discovery BS, where we deal with mentorship, and also we deal with advisory for companies. Startups are established, and those who are already in the field and playing. So I'm here to learn too, because I believe that any platform that you're given or you are at, you either learn or you are taught or you teach too. So I'm here to learn too, but I believe that we're going to have a successful engagement. And I believe that by 1 o'clock we'll be out of here because of the lunch story down there. So, thank you very much.
Thank you. Please, Emmanuel, please let the audience know about you.
I'm the founder of EBonoko Holdings. It's a private company that we focus on advertising, marketing, corporate PR, and events. And also I'm the founder of EBonoko Foundation. We focus on education. We give away bursaries, mentorship, we train young people. And as one of the Forbes 30 under 30, I'm named entrepreneur to look out for in Africa.
Thank you very much for that introductions. Very quickly, let's speak to the topic, the roles of mentorship, coaching, and pitching in business growth. So we know that a typical business growth cycle, if I may put it like that, or line will be you the ideation stage. From ideation, you move to the startup stage. From startup, then you move to the acceleration stage. Then you move to the growth, and you're able to create something that Wisdom Bakwayo call a philosophy business. Where you are creating legacy. And I know that you are a very great advocate of building legacy. So business coaching in business growth. What's the role or roles of business coaching in business growth?
So that's a good question, sir. But what I would have loved to see also written here is the role of a role model. I have to say this because most of us here, we are actually observing and following role models in South Africa. Not necessarily coaches and mentors in business. Hence, you find that our association with them does not yield results, because by the time you realize after 5 years, you ask yourself, what did I learn from this person? What impact did this person have in my business as a coach or as a mentor? I strongly believe that any mentorship program or any coaching program should have some outcome-based programs that you have to measure and say, I found this business at this point, where is it now, right? Without those measures that you can put in place, then it's more like a relationship of a role model where you can see me and admire me and say, hey, can you mentor me? Oh, you're my mentor. There are a lot of people that can say you're my mentor, and you ask yourself, I don't have a file of this person. I don't even know what's the name of this person, but I appreciate that I'm your mentor. So we need to create that understanding to say, also, if you're a mentor or a business advisor, you need to understand your strength, because you can't mentor everybody, because some of them, they are far beyond your knowledge, and you have to accept that. And in identifying their strength and your strength, you have to match the two. And where it doesn't match, you must be bold enough to say, can you look for second opinion? you see.
Yeah.
Because the moment you want to own people, not to help them, it becomes a challenge. You won't see the growth of a business. And if you understand the business itself, and the more you pour yourself to people, you will understand that, you know what, I cannot take this further. If you're a mentor and you realize that the business is now becoming bigger than you might as well step down and let those who are advanced in their program take over. And that mentee will respect you for that. So don't hang on into a dead tree when you know that you don't have fruits anymore.
Thank you very much. Emmanuel, the role of mentorship and business coaching in growing startups or businesses.
For me, it's always key, to relate back on my journey, and definitely I believe in the power of mentorship. Especially when you are a major entrepreneur, you'll never do it alone. You need somebody else that can really mentor you, but above all, also being able to open business doors for you.
Yeah.
But something I've learned on my journey is that mentorship doesn't guarantee you success. I find so many young people, they always say, Bonoko, please mentor us, please assist us. And I'm always willing, to do my part, but it doesn't guarantee you success. Like, if I'm mentoring you, it doesn't mean automatically you have made it. So for instance, like, I'm being mentored by great, leaders, like Yoputi Mahanyeli, Yobona Mahali. I'm blessed to have such people in my space. Obviously, they open business doors for me, but also I still need to go back, do my part, And I always emphasize the power of being able to invest on yourself as a young entrepreneur. So I find so many people who are seeking mentors, but you're not willing to do your part. It's always key to invest on yourself, on your acumen as an entrepreneur, to build networks and do your part,
Yes.
Before you seek any mentor, have something on the table. So for me, that's something that I've done, over the years, and that don't expect too much from other people. But it's key to have mentors. You'll never do it alone. You need people that also can support you. There's a quote that I live by Les Brown. He once said, as much as you believe in yourself, but you still need somebody else to believe in you. So meaning that you, on this journey of entrepreneurship, you'll never do it alone. It's quite a tough journey. You need people. It's good for us to work together, but also above all, do your part before you seek mentorship.
Thank you very much. Please hold on to the mic. On the aspect of an entrepreneur taking responsibility to do his or her part, tell us with in reality, with your relationship with Ms. Putimayele and Mr. Bonang-Mohale, what part did you do, while they are mentoring you, that then, bring the desired outcome of growth in your business, your part that you did, that you're doing or did?
Yeah, these are quite influential business leaders in South Africa, and globally they are highly respected. But also it's about value, that what are you bringing on the table? Sometimes, especially as, black people, it's always about taking, but you only what you want just to take from somebody else. But sometimes also it's about value, that as much as I'm seeking mentorship, but also what can I bring on the table, to add impact also on their journey or on something that already is existing, and also being able to see loopholes. So I look at Meputi Mahanyele. She has done exceptionally well. Being the CEO of Shanduga, incredible big organization. I had to look at loopholes that where can I come in? And that's why we came with the Business Connect seminar back to us. Like, she got such a powerful story, but she doesn't have platform that she can share a story and empower other fellow black people. And we gave the platform, and also look at their foundation. That their foundation, they are doing incredible work. We got a pool of young people that also they can sort of allocate their resources. So I had something. So it was more of a give and take relationship.
Mutual benefit.
Yes, but also it was a matter of I had to prepare myself. It goes back to invest on yourself as an entrepreneur. And investment is not always about money. It's about the networks, about coming here, learning from others. It's about the books that you buy. And that's an investment. And when you go and present it for a possible deal, they can see that this person already has done the groundwork. So for me, that's what has really worked on my journey very well.
That's great.
Yeah.
So you provided a platform for an event platform for someone like Ms. Putimayele to be able to, give also to other entrepreneurs.
Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mr. Derrick, when an entrepreneur approaches you, what are you expecting? You as a business coach, what are you expecting from the entrepreneur?
I think I expect your head first and your readiness to learn. But also, it is very important to understand that when somebody comes to you and say, can you mentor me? You need to look inside yourself and say, is this the kind of person that I can work with? It's not worth it to want to work with somebody that you don't feel that connected in terms of relationship. Somebody that you can see, you know what, we can start this journey, but this person may not even make time for the hours that we can allocate. It's very important that when a person comes to you, you have to do evaluation and assessment. Check the readiness of that person, the willingness of that person to enter into the program with you. And should you pick that this person is not willing, you have to write an order and say against doctor's order. And let go. Because remember, I cannot just meet somebody and say, because when it comes to mentoring and helping people, it's not about making money. It's not about meeting people and say, hey, I'm a mentor. I've never went public and said I'm a mentor. But the people that I work with, they identify and say, you know what, you can help me. And then I sit with them. I don't jump and say, yes, I can help you. Here's the invoice. This someone's going to cost. No. I have to check first. Which area do you want me to help you in? Often than not, you find that people that tell you that this is what I need help from, it's not where they need help from.
That's interesting.
Some of them would say, I need help with this.
Yes.
2 months down the line, now you've got a pressure. Hey, when are we finalizing a business plan? I need funding. And I say, come on. Come on.
You need to scale this business
When we agreed, I see you need funding, but according to me, you're still lacking in marketing, you're still lacking in this area, you're still lacking in business administration. So if money can come today, and you're not ready in that area, what are we talking about? So I think it's about you as a mentor. Let's not play with people. Let us be serious. If you say you mentor people, you must have a file number. I need to know what's my file. It's like a doctor. You can't say I've got patients. You don't even know where is this patient staying, what is they allergic to.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't work that way. You need to have those things in place so that tomorrow when you meet this person and you say, I help this person, you can have a file. If you have to refer this person to somebody,
yes,
they must go with your file and say, I was referred by so-and-so to you, to a specialist. Because remember, in this industry, I don't know everything. I would want to refer you to a procurement manager of a company. If you go with my file, the procurement manager must write a report and put it in your file and say, this is what we did. So that by the end of the year, we know what we're doing and can track what we have been doing and what we're trying to achieve. Emmanuel said it clear that it's not about turning your business or creating a magic. No. But like a doctor, if I find you with a chronic illness, I will find a way to manage it until you're okay.
Thank you.
But I may not guarantee that I'm going to cure you. Because most of the things will come from you. What role do you play? And how do you respond to our sessions and all that? Because some have paid a lot of money to mentorship programs. I'm talking about 100,000, some 40,000. But they've never had a session one day with that mentor. One-on-one. No, they are busy. The mentor is busy. It's almost on the lift. Sorry, I'm leaving to Canada. Can you come next week? Check with my diary and all that. But is that a mentorship? No. We need to bring it home, because where the failure of most small businesses is that their mentors are available, but those mentors are not held accountable.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please hold on to it. Hold on to the mic. I just because you've told me some of the entrepreneurs that you have coached and mentored and some of their successes and all of that. If you can, for the benefit of the audience, also give us a practical example of someone you mentored and the journey and how the mentorship program or the coaching program impact on the business growth of that entrepreneur.